Look, it's flat. You know it's flat? I told you I'd be back in just a second. I told you I'd be back in about 10 minutes, and I am back in 10 minutes. I don't know, it was probably more like 15, but whatever. I'm back, and I am gonna show you guys how to make your own chocolate at home. Now then, if you have ever bought an organic chocolate bar, you know what I'm about to show you, how much money you can save doing this. Hold on, I can't get my camera right. Bear with me. Getting it? Got it? Good. Okay, so if you've ever bought an big organic chocolate bar, you know that they're like between $7 and $8 and they're expensive. I had you chocolate, right? And this is chocolate that is so easy to make. The recipe is at go2kitchens.com. Just in the recipe section, just type in chocolate and you'll see this. I make this probably about once a month. I make a big pan of it. Well, it's not a big pan. I make a pan this size of it, and so that's what I'm gonna make today. And it's something that I just nibble on when I want something sweet, and I have controlled the ingredients, and I know that I'm getting something that is dairy-free, and pretty much there's no conventional sugar in it. The only sugar I'm using is honey, which is still honey. This is not guilt-free chocolate. This is just controlling the ingredients and knowing that you're getting something that actually has a superfood property in it that's super yummy as well. So first thing you want to do is you want to get a little pan of some kind. This is just a tiny little baking pan. I know everybody's apparently. Just a tiny little baking pan like this, and you are gonna want to, you could use maple syrup, yeah, I know you're going vegan, Marcy, so yes, you could use maple syrup. I would say probably a really good Yacon syrup would be better, actually. I don't have anything that's sweet that's diabetic safe. You could use some natural fruit sugars, but still. Yeah, this is about a 7 by 11. You want to line this with the parchment. So you want to have parchment ready to go down inside of it when your chocolate is ready. Then on the stove, I have a saucepan, and it is on my lowest setting, my absolute lowest setting for my stove, which is like 2. I'm not sure about that either. I am not an expert in diabetic cooking, I'm sorry to say. Most things I cook are going to be fine for it, but not this. Just saying, just completely honest there. This is not sugar-free because we're using honey. So this is 1 cup of solid coconut oil. Okay, so it's in its solid state, and we're just going to put that, I need to put this in here because my pan is already warm. So this is 1 cup. The recipe that you see on the website is actually half of what I'm making right now. So I have doubled that recipe that is on there. I use an organic coconut oil. Okay, this is just an organic brand. I buy it at Sam's. It is cold pressed. It's extra virgin, whatever, blah, 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 coconut oil. Okay, so that's what I'm using. And you're going to melt that on the stove until it is completely clear liquid. After that is fully melted, can you guys see that in there? I know, this is what makes it dairy-free, but I will tell you that this chocolate bar will actually have a very quick melting point. So just about as soon as you touch it, it will start to melt, but that's also what makes it so creamy and yummy. So it's really not suitable for cooking or anything like that, unless you're gonna just make like a chocolate sauce with it. But as soon as it gets too cold or too warm, it will either solidify or liquefy because of the coconut oil. So the coconut oil just gets completely melted in there. I have 2 cups of cacao. Now, cacao is a little bit different in the way that it is processed and the part of the bean that they actually use. And this has all types of great properties for you. It has great flavor as well. You do not have to buy this particular product. I got this one at Whole Foods. You can find them all over the place. But you can see here, actually it doesn't say on here, this is an organic, but it has polyphenols, it has magnesium, it has all kinds of dietary fiber in it. This is an amazing, amazing food for your body. You can use this in smoothies. This is not cheap. A bag like this is going to make 3 batches of what I'm making right now, and this is about $20. But it is, but it's way cheaper than buying those stinking little bars that you get. So yes, you can absolutely. A lot of people use this with avocado to make all kinds of desserts. So yes. used to say raw on the package. This is raw. I know it's raw, but yeah, it doesn't say it on the package. But yes, this is just a raw cacao powder. I store it in glass. I save this package so I can show you guys what I'm using, but I actually store it in glass containers of course, in mason jars in my pantry because I don't like for it to be stored in the plastic. So yeah, this is actually cacao and not cocoa. It's a little bit different, so it's gonna be a little bit more richer, darker chocolate taste than you get with cocoa. So yes, this is actually cacao. So I'm just getting all these little bits. You want your coconut oil to be completely melted. I am in northern Colorado. Yes, I store everything in glass. You'll see that I'm going to use some coconut flakes. I store those in glass. I store everything in glass, and mason jars are super cheap. You do not have to have any fancy pants containers. You can buy these for like, yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so you can buy these. You could actually make this with cocoa if you wanted to, and if that's what you have in your kitchen, you could absolutely do that. I've done it before using it in a different recipe, and it's just fine, but you just don't get those super food products or properties that you get in cacao. But I store everything. This is coconut flakes that I'm going to use in this chocolate in the bottom of my pan before I pour my chocolate in. I store everything in glass containers. It just feels safer. I can see what's in there. I don't have to guess what's in my pantry. So there's Edison. Yes, superfood. How many times? I think that we should have a game that you guys count how many times I use the word superfood, because I only cook with real ingredients, and so everything's a superfood because everything's good for you. Yeah, so yeah, Marcy, it's so easy. You can buy the mason jars right at the grocery store in a case. You can get this size right here, this wide mouth size like this is like $9 for like 6 of these. That's way cheaper than you're gonna buy anything. He's barking at other dogs, Linda. Yeah, I say superfood a lot, but when I'm using it, it's not a marketing term. I'm actually just using it because these foods are actually really, really good for you. But yes, they do use it a lot in the marketing world. So, all right, so you can see there that my coconut oil is completely liquid. You see that? So now slowly, I'm going to add my cocoa powder to that. So I'm just gonna take a little bit at a time and I'm gonna stir. I'm gonna get all that mixed up in there. It starts making ooey gooiness. That's fabulous. It's right, I agree. Broccoli is not sexy. Broccoli makes you sexy. Yes, someone did say chocolate. Chocolate. I had you all at chocolate. Me too. I'm a chocoholic. I love it. You put capes on all your food. Ha, ha, ha. You're so funny, Evan. Superfoods, superhuman foods. They do make you superhuman, though. Ew, ew, ew. Chocolate broccoli? I don't think I like that. I don't like that idea. Chocolate broccoli. If you guys can come up with a good chocolate broccoli recipe, you let me know. I'll make it. I know. Linda, you have to, once you hang out with me long enough, you'll see that Evan is on lots of my scopes. By the way, when you see Summer's Wellness on there, a little bit, yeah. Better with chocolate, that's right. When you see Summer's Wellness on there, that is who I'm doing the blab with on Wednesday. Next Wednesday night, if you want to learn about essential oils in an environment where somebody's not selling you something, then please check out the blab on Wednesday night that I'm doing with Evan Summer's Wellness. You'll see him here. He'll pop up there. That's his wife. Curl Girl Supreme is actually his wife, Jennifer. They are essential oil experts, and we are doing an essential oil. I use essential oils every single day. People want to know about my health routines and what I do to stay and be healthy, and essential oils are a big part of that. So yes, so please, please, please try to catch it. If you go to the Go2Kitchens Facebook page, there's an event page and you can sign up. That is Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. So 6 p.m. for you, Marcy. And it's a blab. I'll have a replay, of course, but you want to be there live because Evan has he's giving away stuff. He's giving away things. Marcy, Evan is the most perfect person to, you can actually email Evan if you want. So there you go. You can email him right there. There's his email address. And talk to him about essential oils. He's amazing with it. So you're allergic to essential oils? Just one kind or all kinds? What kind are you using? That would be my question. Thank you. Yes, you can go to blab.im, go2kitchens, and you'll see the scheduled blab for Wednesday night. Edison, there's lots of people out today because it's Sunday, so Edison's just giving them all a good bark down. Yes, he's on the scope right now, yeah. Broke out in hives with Young Living. Maybe were you, well, you should be on our blab on and ask some questions, because there's ways that you can use it. My husband is very sensitive. He has very sensitive skin, and we have actually been taught how to use essential oils, and maybe we could help you with that. So yeah. Who is Evan? Evan, pop back up there. Summer's Wellness. Summer's Wellness is who you want to follow. Evan at Summer's Wellness. And actually, I think it's Summer's Weenus. It's spelt with I's and not L's. This is the boring part of making chocolate. I apologize. Okay, last part of this in. Last part of this in. Stirring it up. Ooh, that was a lot. That was a big batch there. There he is. There's Summer's Wellness. Everybody follow Evan. Right there. He actually does periscopes on essential oils as well. So you want to catch that blab though, because we are really going to be breaking it down, and you guys can ask the questions. So yeah, awesome. You can ask the questions, and it's in a very safe environment. We are not trying to sell you anything. We are not trying to get you to sign up for anything. We are just literally answering your questions about essential oils, and Evan is your man for that. He is excellent at that. Now we're talking about essential oils instead of chocolate. How did that happen? You could actually put essential oils in your chocolate if you were so inclined. Okay, so here's some ideas for the chocolate. You can, in the bottom of your pan here, you can use, let me get some of this off here. In the bottom of your parchment papered pan, you can use, I'm going to turn off my heat, by the way, heat gone. In the bottom of your pan, you can use coconut, you could use chia, you can use salt, you could use orange zest, you could use nuts, you could use, that's right, you could use peppermint and make mint chocolate, absolutely. As we get closer to the holidays, I'm going to share with you how to make your own homemade peppermint patties. So yeah, wild orange, absolutely. You could use all kinds. I actually do not ingest too many essential oils. In fact, I don't ingest any of them, but that's just me personally. But there are some brands that are safe to ingest, but that's just me. You don't have to be like me. I just use them on my skin. Raspberry, yeah, you could put fresh berries or dried in there. That would be absolutely amazing. Okay, so now that I'm off the heat, we are using a half a cup of honey. You're just right there. You're right with me, Maria. You're right with me. So half a cup of honey in here. If you are vegan, of course, you know what your sugar sweeteners substitutes are, or your sweetener substitutes. You could use yacon syrup or maple syrup for this. It's going to give it a little bit different flavor than the honey is going to give it, but you could use those things. So you're about to ask. Yes, so come off the heat and then add your honey. You want it to be off the heat for this because your honey can scorch even at a low temperature like that. And then you're going to stir your honey in. It actually makes this, you guys can't see it, but it makes this beautiful pattern in the chocolate when you stir in the honey. Sorry, I know I missed some comments there. I'm also going to, you guys remember that I made my own, well, maybe you don't, but I made my own vanilla extract, and it is ready to use, and this is going to be the first time that I use it. So look, Maria, just one bean, and look how dark it got. I just used one bean, and it looks perfectly like vanilla extract. So I'm just going to do a dash of that in here, about half a tablespoon, right in there. My burner is cooled off, so I'm going to go back over here so you guys can see me. I know. No, I used vodka for mine, actually. Yep, I used vodka. And it worked out just fine. I'm really happy with it, so. Why do I need more beans? It's totally like the perfect color. It worked out fine. It actually tastes amazing as well. I've tasted it throughout the whole process, so I know you used way more beans than I did, but it seems like my one bean worked out okay. Who knows? I split my bean. I don't know if you split your bean, but I actually split my bean when I put it in there. Okay, so the chocolate is all ready. It's ready to be poured. 6 weeks, actually no, 4 weeks. I used 4 weeks. Ah, okay. Well, this is, it tastes perfectly. I mean, it tastes just like vanilla extract. So underneath my parchment paper here, not underneath it, but on top of my parchment paper, this is where I'm going to pour my chocolate, of course. I'm going to use coconut because that's the flavor that I want for this particular batch. But you could use all kinds of flavors. Last time I made it with coconut. I made it with chia. I put a little sea salt in there. You could do all of those things. But this one, I want it to be pretty coconutty. It is black. Yeah, no, mine's not black. I didn't want it too dark. And then I'm just going to pour my chocolate right in there. Simple as pie. Or chocolate. Whoops. Splat just took a dump there. Just dived into the chocolate, so. Easy, easy. So easy. Now then, after this gets in here, I'm going to make it situate it just a little bit here. Oh, I better have some of that. Mmm, yummy. After this gets in here, I'm going to push it down on the sides of this so that it forms all the way across the pan and is nice and even. Now then, you can put this in molds. You could put this in all kinds of things, actually, whatever you wanted to put it in. Whatever you want to make your chocolate in, you could do it. I just happen to do it in this. I have a friend that does it in a muffin tin with, she uses cupcake papers and she makes little chocolate bar kind of in a muffin tin, so. yeah, now's the perfect time to dip my broccoli. I'm not dipping broccoli in chocolate. So this will just go right in the freezer, and in about 15 or 20 minutes, I'm gonna have a hard candy bar. Now then, so I actually just leave my chocolate just like in this pan in there for whenever I want it. And I just leave it accessible in my freezer. You could break it up. You could keep it in your fridge. You probably do not want to keep it on your countertop. It's going to melt. I put coconut in the bottom of there. So this one is a coconut, but I've used chia, I've used nuts, I used all kinds of things in the past, but this one I wanted this one to be all coconut. So this one is all coconut. But yeah, you could use sea salt, you could use dried fruits, you could use all kinds of things, but I just wanted this one to be coconut and chocolate, so that's how I made it. And it's right in the bottom of the chocolate. You could mix it throughout as well, but I just like it to be on the bottom because I like to bite into it, and the first thing that hits my tongue is the coconut and then the chocolate. So, but that's just me. That's how I like it to taste. So it is actually on my, yes, you could do all kinds of things like that. Absolutely. That would be very nice. Just be careful because you're going to freeze it and those can get really hard. You don't want to break any teeth. So you need to be a little careful with nuts because you need to freeze this. And it needs to stay cool. It needs to stay in your, because of the coconut oil, it needs to stay in a refrigerator or in a freezer. I leave mine in the freezer because I like it to be really, really yummy. So, hi Pamela. You can find the recipe at go2kitchens.com, go2kitchens.com. You can find this recipe there. Just in the search engine, just type in chocolate and you'll see it right there. It is going to say paleo chocolate. recipe, and there's a how-to video, or you can watch this replay, however you want to do it. But it is a process, and you need to follow the steps like I just did pretty precisely, so that you get the best outcome. Because you can get lumpy dumpy. So if you pour in the cocoa too fast, it'll get lumpy dumpy, and it's really hard to get it smooth again. So yeah, so you want to go slow with the cocoa. You want to make sure that your coconut oil is all the way melted. I mean, there's just some tips that you should follow. So watch that video there, or watch this replay, and it's so easy to make. I mean, literally, I don't know how long it took me, but it's very, very, very easy to make, and it's super cheap. This is like 1, 2, 3. This is like 4 bars of organic chocolate. That's right. No one wants lumpy dumpy chocolate. That's right. This is like 4 big, large bars of organic chocolate, or the equivalent to it. That would cost you anywhere between $20 and $40, depending. Mine, the kind I buy, it would cost me almost $40 for that much chocolate, and I made this for probably about $6 or $7. Just saying. It's super cheap, and I've controlled the ingredients. You know, I talk about that all the time, is controlling the ingredients in your food, and I have controlled the ingredients. It's super easy. I just stick it in the refrigerator and have it when I want it. So there you go. Easy as can be. Okay, I don't know what's next, but I do have more cooking to do. What time is it? 3:30. I have guests coming over at 6. Yeah, coconut oil is amazing. At some point, I'm going to teach you guys how to make your own peppermint patties, and to make those, you actually freeze coconut oil, and that's the center of the peppermint patty. So you're getting a big chunk of coconut oil. Oh my gosh, so good for you, so good for you. And then you're getting that chocolate on the outside. Terrific. So yay, I'm so excited for you, Mama Panda. I don't think I know your name. You should tell me your name again. Healthy fats, absolutely. All right, bye Linda. Thanks for being here. But yeah, as we get closer to the holidays, I'll show you guys how to make your own peppermint patties so that you can surprise your family with them, and they'll be like, wow, these are really good. What's in them? Coconut oil. It is incredibly easy. I don't make it seem easy. It's easy. Yes, your brains do need those healthy fats. People get paranoid about oil and cholesterol, and that is a fallacy. Your cholesterol actually is important to your brain health. You need cholesterol to make your brain work properly. So all that jargon that they start talking about high LDL, low LDL, blah, 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 that is not true. I almost said something else, but that is just not true. Your brain needs healthy fats. It is craving and wanting healthy fats. We just talked about pepitas being good for your sex drive. Talk about something that's good for your sex drive. Healthy fats, amazing for your sex drive. So there you go. Yes, absolutely. There you go. Maria is the science of the bunch there. She's got the science brain. I got the practical brain. She's got the science brain. We make a good couple, don't you think? Coach Claps and I, we make a good couple. We make a good, practical whatever, and she's got all the science in her brain. So look at that. You guys are amazing. You know so much. I'm preaching to the choir today. Preaching to the choir. That's not my phone. That's Robin's phone. Shame on him for letting his phone ring while I scope. All right, I'm going to go prep for the next cook. I don't know what I'm cooking next. It'll be one of two things. It will be this amazing rice bowl that I make that we're going to have all week for lunch, or it's going to be these little meatballs that I make in the oven, and I'll show you how to do that. It's fun. I actually learn a lot when I preach to the choir. I learn stuff from you guys every single time I scope. Every time I scope, you guys are always fascinating me with all your knowledge, and you're just amaze me. So, and we all learn from each other, and that's what's so beautiful about Periscope. So I love to watch your scopes. All of you, I love to watch your scopes. I try to be there as often as possible, so yes. That's right. We're all amazing. We are so amazing, Marcy. Thank you. Thank you, Abe, for saying that. You're a sweetheart. All right, you guys, if you're not following me, go follow me. It's super easy. Touch that little ball-headed white guy, touch that and follow me, and then share out to your followers. And I'm going to go get ready for the next cook. So, because it's Cooking Sunday. And I don't usually do this, but I'm cooking stuff that I've never showed you guys. So I'm going to show you all the stuff I'm making today. All right, see you guys.